Well, greetings, Arkansas ACTE members and guests. We're glad to be here today on Facebook Live. I apologize for the cough, but we are excited to begin a discussion about our current, excuse me one sec. Oh, I guess that's the hair and dust is still alive and well in Caddo Hills. But we are glad today to be with Tier Kennard, our Bylaws Committee Chair, and Molly Lindsay, our Executive Director, to go over our bylaw changes that we'll be voting on as members at the 90th convention or conference, July the 27th. It's going to be a great time during our virtual conference, and we encourage all members to register and participate. This is a Perkins allowable event that will be providing technical assistance and continuation of professional development through 2 additional days in October and February of the 2020-21 school year. But for our members, we most want to update you concerning the bylaws. I have received some questions concerning what we've posted, and we've posted these changes that were recommended by our bylaws committee and voted on by our board of directors at our previous meeting in February of this year. And some of the formatting I don't think came through on everybody's machine. And so we wanted to have a dialogue today with Tier Kennard and for her to kind of go over these changes and give rationale and feedback from her committee. And so I really want to appreciate and thank Tier and the entire bylaws committee that's made up of representation from every division of our association. And I want to say just how much we appreciate their diligence and dedication to this very strenuous task. The bylaws have not been updated since 2009, and we've had some reviews of the bylaws in days gone by, but due to some technical issues in a vote of 2016, we were unable to get those ratified in the correct manner. So we are doing it at this time in 2020 at our 90th conference, and we're excited about that. And we encourage conversation. So I'll be monitoring the chat on Facebook today. If you have any questions, or if you anything specific that we might be able to answer during this call or Facebook Live, I'm sorry. But at the same time, you can always reach Ms. Lindsay at info@arkansasacte.org, and she'll be sure to get you in contact with Tier or any member of the executive board or the board of directors that might be able to assist our members. And so with that, I'm going to turn this over to Ms. Tier Kennard, our bylaws committee chair.
All right, thank you, Justin. This is my first live on Facebook through Zoom, so I'm not exactly sure how this is going to work. I wanted to also thank Molly for putting together this new formatting that we have. It makes it a lot easier to read for everyone, and I know it took a lot of work to do that. So if Molly, can you share that screen for us now? There we go. Okay, so I'm just going to go through each of the changes pretty quickly. There's not anything really major. The purpose was just to align to national ACTE as much as possible. So really that's what we have done. Feel free to stop me at any time, Justin, if somebody has a question or comment or anything. The first change was in the mission and purposes. All we did here was just combine lines F and G into one line. So that was super simple. The next change is under membership and the classification of memberships. Dues can be paid to the ACTE office or to the state divisional treasurer. I know that the fax division sends their dues to the treasurer, so we're leaving that in there, but we are not sending dues to the executive director anymore. So we want to make sure that that's been corrected. Under affiliated membership, we're just changing that to professional membership. And then we have added line C, D, E, and F there, which will turn into A, B, C, and D once the formatting is corrected and everything has been updated. Pretty much that's just self-explanatory there. Associate membership is changed to life membership. And we added in that individuals as of January 1st, 2006, if they are a life member, they are going to be recognized as a professional or retired member with all the rights and privileges according to that classification, but with no obligation to pay dues. And the reason that we put this in here is that that is exactly how Nationals is classifying you. So we wanted to make sure that that aligned as well. We just added a description under student membership that was a little bit more in depth there. And then we added 3 different, the educational institution membership, the national affiliation organization membership, and I believe there's one more.
Corporate.
There's a corporate membership. Those are all aligned to Nationals as well. So we just added those in there with descriptions. All right. And then the next thing would be voting and holding office. We've just updated that to the same descriptions as the associations there, or the types of members, I'm sorry. So that was the only change there. Divisions, we've changed some names there as well. Guidance and career development changed to counseling and career development. We've taken out adult workforce development and special populations. And change those to post-secondary and adult and career education. We also added in that the divisions will reflect the changes of the Association for Career and Technical Education. So as Nationals changes theirs, we will change ours as well. That line 6 was, we have completely taken that out. It was associated organizations. That's been replaced with the board liaison. So all of that is new. So you might want to read through that just, and I believe that is a national alignment as well. Okay. And then the governing board, we just added in number 3 just to align to Nationals. And it was changed from under meetings.
Right.
So
it was already there. It was just
there, it was just moved. Okay, and then the board of directors, just their description, we have aligned that with Nationals as well. So really it's all the stuff that we're already doing. It's just getting it added to the bylaws to be on the right page. Under membership, for every 100 affiliated members, as of January 1st, then we get 1 vote for each division. So we just added in that as of January 1st. Go in there. Okay, we just changed from the executive committee shall serve as a chair to a liaison of the nominating committee. And then of course, changing all of those titles throughout the election of officers and all that. We did change a nominee for, sorry, can you go back up just a little bit? So, eligibility for election of officers. We did change that the nominee must have served on one of the following in the last 5 years. And that's either the ACTE board of directors, a state, a region, or a national committee. Okay, and then of course the committee names have been changed. We've been calling them by these committee names, but we're just making it official by putting them into the bylaws. I think the scholarship support fund, I believe Nationals did away with their CTE support fund a couple of years ago, and we chose to keep ours so that we can keep giving those scholarships to our students here in Arkansas. Justin, you can correct me if I'm wrong on that. I believe that's how that worked.
You are correct.
Okay. And then I believe that's all of them.
That's all.
So I'll be happy to answer any questions we have come in, or somebody needs to contact me at a later time.
We don't currently have any questions, but Terry, if you could please go over the committee responsibility of the bylaws committee when you meet, and then just how
Okay.
it's been over the course of your tenure.
Okay, well, we have met, obviously at the summer conferences each year. We have our committee meeting, but we have also met the past year just through text messaging, online, email, just communicating together as far as these bylaws go. We've had shared Google folders that we have that we've just looked through. And a lot of this work had already been done back in 2016. When Ross White, I believe, had a committee together to change some of these. So we just wanted to make sure that they were all voted upon correctly, and that we were doing our, like you say, due diligence on following this.
And, we, on behalf of the executive board, are so appreciative of the work that you do, as well as all committee chairs and our board of directors. You all go above and beyond every day to ensure that we are meeting our obligations as an organization and following our bylaws and our policies and procedures manual to the best of our ability.
Right, and I believe, I'll just go ahead and say that once we vote on these and they're changed properly and we have a good working bylaw, I believe the next step, and what our original task was to update the policies and procedures for Arkansas ACTE. So that will be the next steps through the next couple of years.
And we know that you and your team will be committed to that. And so we greatly appreciate and value your work. And if you're interested in getting involved in the bylaw process, please reach out. As noted earlier, Ms. Lindsay's email, info@arkansasacte.org, and she will get you connected to whomever you need to be connected with. We haven't had any commenters on Facebook as of yet, but please feel free to email us. And this, Ms. Lindsay, where will members and guests be able to find this information, and what are our next steps moving forward as an association?
I will put these bylaws with the changes marked in red and when the strike throughs, so it's a lot easier to see what the changes are. I'll put those on the webpage in replacement of the one I put in on there some time ago that was not easy to identify the changes. So although the changes were sent to the members, it wasn't easy to tell what they were. So this will replace that. That will, I believe, fulfill the 30-day requirement. So they'll stay on there, and then we'll be able to vote on those during our summer conference, as you mentioned, on July 27th. And then at that point, I'll take out the red and the strike through after it's been voted on. And then we'll have those, the accurate bylaws on the website from then on. And as Tour said, it'll be much easier in the future to go on when there are more changes that need to be made. Anything else, Mr. Neal?
No, ma'am. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your both diligence and dedication to this process. We want to make sure we are being as transparent as we possibly can, especially in the midst of crisis, as we all find ourselves probably working on reentry plans for the fall. I wanted to provide something that was quick, easy, and time allowable whenever your time worked to be able to view or review this information. And so at the conclusion of today, this will be sent out to all of our members via email, as well as those updated bylaws with the formatting that Miss Lindsay will take care of. So we appreciate you and look forward to seeing you July 27th at our virtual conference. 90 years. What a time to be in career and technical education. Thank you.